Guys, it's Chase Houston Frogs. A lot of you have been very curious about our laboratory, so I thought I'd show you a small part of it today. And if you'll follow me this way, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and go into the decontamination chamber. This is where we're going to be donning our lab coat and spray ourselves down with isopropyl alcohol, of course. Putting on our masks and hairnets, of course, along with gloves. You can see I have some materials I just brought out of the autoclave. Everything is decontaminated in this room before going into the main laboratory, just to ensure that we don't have anything brought in here that we don't want. And as you can see, each room is pressurized differentially. This room is pressurized to about 3 psi, whereas the laboratory itself is pressurized to 5 psi. Now, if you step in this way, we have a research station where we're going to be putting a lot of things under the microscope to look at them. We're going to be stirring a lot of things with our stir plates there. Of course, over here we have, we're going to be doing a lot of our tissue culturing, mycological work, things like that. And we have our culture storage in the back. And this is where we have a lot of our biological materials. We have different nutrient mediums. We have different blanks for, if we're doing nutrient agar for fungi or nutrient agar for tissue cultures, just depending on whatever that we're doing at the time. We have our different tool sets here. Again, one for tissue work, one for mycological work. We're gonna go ahead and go back into here. I'll go ahead and show you the other part of the lab. We have one of our incubation rooms here for sensitive tissue cultures. All the air in here is filtered, and again, everything's to about 5 psi. Here we have one of our fruiting chambers. You can see that we're actually working with a lot of Ganoderma at the moment. And we're also experimenting still with our little vivarium kits, always trying to optimize those and working with new strains of fungi to see what we can get out there to y'all that's going to be fun and reliable in the vivarium. Here's a new product that we're working on. Once these are fully colonized, these logs will be available for sale. These are particularly put in vivariums where you can fruit out different types of fungi from these little logs that you see. And lastly, I'm not going to get too detailed into the filtration system because it's proprietary, but let's just say there is a lot of layers of filtration before any air goes into our laboratory, plus UVC sterilization. We have to make sure it's an extremely clean space. I'm out of the lab now, so I don't have to don all that gear. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this brief tour of our laboratory. And as always, we're working here to make some really cool new products for y'all. If y'all ever have any questions about anything, or y'all have any ideas for something that you think would be really interesting that we can bring into the hobby, always feel free to give me a call or an email. Have a great day, guys. Take care.